I'm happy to be here this afternoon to go over the highlights of our analysis into the regrettable turnover among Frito-Lay's high-performing employees in the human resources, research and development, and sales functions. We will also touch upon the model we built to predict which employees may be at risk. An estimated 41 million people voluntarily quit their jobs in 2018, up 8% from 2017. It is estimated that by 2020, the number will jump to 47 million, or roughly 1 in 3 workers. Total turnover for the consumer products industry was 21.5%, 16% of which was voluntary. In comparison, Frito-Lay's voluntary turnover was 16% for the 3 functional areas, with sales coming in the highest at 22%. According to Mercer's turnover survey, the leading reasons why people left their jobs after personal and family reasons were promotional opportunity, career change, base salary, and job satisfaction. The business impact of regrettable turnover is enormous. Each employee departure costs about 1/3 of that worker's annual earnings, 33% in hard costs, including recruiting, background checks, drug screens, and temp workers, and 67% in soft costs, including reduced productivity, interview time, and lost knowledge. Turnover not only creates loss of critical knowledge, but can also impact the organization's talent pipeline and create a talent shortage. This is an alluvial plot which visualizes categorical data as flows. It traces all possible pathways of employees who left the company through the variables, in this case, exemption status, department, and marital status. We can see by the width of the blue bands that employees who left the company tend to be non-exempt, working in sales and R&D, who are primarily single. Here we see the flow through job level, age category, and role. We see that the job level with the largest attrition rate is level 1 or entry-level positions, who are less than 35 years of age and in the positions of sales representative, sales executive, research scientists, and lab techs. We also wanted to get a feel based on service category. Here we see the largest group is in the 1 to 3 years of service in the sales and R&D departments. Similar to the last chart, we see a similar flow into the impacted positions. Based on our analysis, we narrowed down the demographic group most likely to leave as those with less than 3 years of service in entry-level positions in the sales and R&D areas who are 30 years and younger. We conducted a random forest modeling on the data, and as shown in this chart, the most important predictors were education level and field of study, monthly income, and employee satisfaction. Digging deeper into these 3 predictors, we see that the top 6 education level and field groups with the highest percentage leaving were in the life sciences and medical education areas. This confirms what we saw during the exploratory data phase of high attrition rates among lab techs and research scientists. We also took a look at the average employee satisfaction scores, including environment, job involvement, job satisfaction, relationship, and work-life balance. Employees with lower satisfaction scores left at higher rates, which is not surprising as we would expect unhappy employees to seek opportunities elsewhere. In terms of monthly income groups, those earning less than $5,000 per month left at higher rates. Again, this supports our earlier findings of higher level attrition among entry-level positions. We also want to see how the average satisfaction scores compared among those that left and stayed by income level, and we do see notable spreads between the 2 groups. In terms of predicting whether employees will stay or leave, we used random forest to build our model. As shown in the confusion matrix, among the 261 data points classified, 87% are correctly classified and 13% are misclassified. The model had a sensitivity of nearly 87% and a specificity of 90%, and our area under the curve is 61%. While we have an understanding of which demographic groups are impacted more heavily by turnover and what factors can help us predict who will leave, we don't have insights into why they are leaving. We have recommended some next steps to get at the underlying issues, namely stay interviews, reevaluating the onboarding and integration process for new hires, verifying the salary ranges for job levels against the external market, and conducting focus groups with the affected departments to get at any core issues. Here is our contact information if you have any questions after you read our full report. Thank you again for this opportunity.